What is up, everybody? I am not muted. Maybe my camera's a bit laggy. I don't know. We'll figure this all out eventually one day. Welcome to the Unnamed Nickname Show. I am your host, Monk, aka the Monkmatician. And in this very episode, guys, we're just going to be going over some nicknames, chatting up some shit about fighter nicknames for about 30 minutes or so. I know there's football going on, probably, so I really appreciate you being in here. Let's get right into it. First of all, hello, Kristen. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Good to see you in here. We've got Kevin Jusset. Is he French? I think so. Going against Kiefer Crosby, Irish. This one's easy from a nickname perspective, guys. Kevin Jusset just gets no fucking points. Tommy Touchy, wipe your fucking nose. Schleim, shout out the Schleim. Only the slimiest will know what Tommy and I are talking about. Tommy, man, we kind of got screwed over in that break, huh? Guys, if you like UFC cards, check out Chunky Breaks, coming to you very, very soon. Kevin Jusset, no points, no nickname. That's how we fucking do it here. Kiefer Crosby, Big Daddy. This dude seriously wants us to call him Big Daddy? This is terrible. Like, what wasn't there a guy in Django that he made everybody call him Big Dad? Just awful. Yeah, Chuck Buffalo for sure. We are you won't be disappointed, Patrick. You will not be disappointed. Yeah, just no. I mean, what else is there to say? Big Daddy. Ugh. Kristen, do you have like a gross taste in your mouth after like hearing me say it's just disgusting? Just gross. Just no. I mean, there's no other comment. Just no. What did I give him? 0.25. I gave Kiefer Crosby a 0.25. Yeah, exactly. Let's move on. Yeah, I mean, hey, if he shows up to the cage in shoes, then you absolutely have to, Patrick. Yeah, let's just move on. Thank you, Kristen. Next fight. Smokin' Shane Young taking on Gabriel Fly Miranda, or is it Fly Gabriel Miranda? I don't know. Shane Young, I mean, too many guys have the nickname Smokin'. I mean, if your name's not Joe Frazier, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Now, Shane Young, I'm in no position to talk about anyone's hair. Is his hair like slicked back? Is it pushed back? What are we doing with Shane Young's head over here? He's a very interesting looking guy. Would you not agree with me? Yeah, exactly. Even I suppose Smoking compared to Big Daddy is pretty fantastic. This is pushed back. You never told me your grandpa used to be a piece of shit, Tommy. Let's go Aussies. They all Kiwis. Yeah, I'm not going to pick against too many Aussies this weekend, or Kiwis for that matter, but Shane Young is one of them I'm picking against. I mean, first of all, Gabriel Miranda. How do you not? First of all, his nickname's Fly. Very simple nickname. I kind of like it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. You're the man, dude. I know football's on. I might have to change the time. But who knows, man? You know, who knows? I might just say it's me against the NFL. Fuck it. I could win that battle, right? I appreciate you, Sam, for sure. Appreciate you, Daz, as well. I mean, am I really going to pick against a guy that has a handlebar mustache that he like twirls up and shit? The answer to that is no. Also, he's got some footprints on his. I got some foot. Oh, that's a terrible angle. I got some feet. I got some feet on my arm as well, so I gotta, you know, he's got hands, I got feet. It's all good. The stash is Fly for sure. Yeah, yeah. You guys all have phones now for sure. I appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate you. Who's even playing tonight? I don't even know. I honestly stopped watching football, guys. It was one thing where I'm still kind of into it because my kids are into it. So yeah, Nipplegate time. There are some, I forget who it is, but there are some wild nips on this card, Sam. I'll try to remember who it is. Lions versus the Pleasure Men. Who are the Pleasure Men? Yeah, I used to watch football, and then NFL Network had something going on where they would just show a game uninterrupted, no commercials, no time between plays. It was just play, and the whole shit took like 45 minutes. So I decided I'm not watching a 3.5 hours worth of football for 45 minutes of actual football. Yeah, Kristen, we could. Let's take notes. I mean, I think we've got some pretty normal nipskis on this one here. Some pretty norm nips right now. Chuck Buffalo. Here you go, Patrick. Oh, I didn't even grade him. Hold on. Smokin' Shane Young gets a 3. Gabriel Miranda gets a 5. Not because of his nickname, but also because of his mustache. It's fantastic. Bump him up a little bit there. Fly nips are okay, for sure. For sure, Tommy. Charlie Radtke, Chuck Buffalo. I don't know what this means, but I know I like it. Patrick, why do we like this name? It just sounds good. It's fun to say. Charlie Chuck Buffalo Radtke. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Meanwhile, we got Mike Mateta, aka Blood Diamond. 2 of the best nicknames on the entire card, to be honest. And in fact, what happened here? Uh-oh, my numbers are fucked. Somebody moved some fights around. Hold on. Maybe I just put these backwards. I think I just put them backwards because that doesn't make sense. Yeah, this is a very good fight nickname for sure. Nickname fight, I should say. Blood Diamond is very good, to be quite honest. Jesus, I can't breathe apparently right now. But Chuck Buffalo's going to take the cake here, guys. Chuck Buffalo gets a 9. He gets a 9. It's just good. It's inexplicable. It is just a solid, good nickname, unlike some of the other nicknames we'll get to here. Blood Diamond's also very good. I gave him an 8.25 for Blood Diamond. Now, this has never happened on the nickname show where we have 2 possible top 4 nicknames facing off against each other. In this instance, Blood Diamond now becomes ineligible for the parlay because I can't put 2 guys that are fighting each other against each other in the parlay. It's a 9, Tommy. What can I say? This guy just knows. I don't know what it means, but he clearly does, and he clearly knows nicknames, unlike the fucking Pleasure Man. I can't even wait. I can't wait till we get there. I had to say it. No. Nope. Tommy. Blood Diamond 8.25. Charlie Radtke 9.0. And we're going to keep it moving. Tommy, sorry you missed out. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If they both make... Ooh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with this. Hold on. If they both make the parlay, it's an under bet. This is interesting. I'm not doing that this time because I honestly don't think it goes under. But that is interesting. That is interesting for sure. It's a good idea. Big Daddy. Yeah, Kristen, what are we doing here? Who's nicknaming these fucking guys? Big Daddy and Pleasure Man. Kristen, I hope you're on the same page with me with Pleasure Man, because it's me against the world, to be quite honest. I don't know what all these people are drinking. I don't know what's in the water, why everyone thinks the Pleasure Man is such a good nickname. Sure, outside of fighting, maybe it is. If you were, I don't know, say like a male, I almost said male gigolo, but that is what a gigolo is. Maybe if you were a gigolo, that would be something you could put on your flyer. Other than that, I really don't know why you would be calling yourself that. It's trash, and if you like it, you're probably trash too. There, I said it. There, I fucking said it. Matt, what is cracking? How's it going, dude? We're gonna be oh, thank goodness. We're gonna be going in on the Pleasure Man this week. We are going in on this terrible nickname. Thank you, Kristen. I had a feeling that you would. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your lady parts. Old Tommy Touchy. Nazrat Hackprass. No nickname, no points. Not sure why he's not calling himself Lil KJ, or KG. Lil Gasty. Oh, there you go, Lil Gassy. Nazrat Hackprass is now known as Lil Gassy. Okay? We're not calling him Nazrat Hackprass anymore. Lil Gassy. And Lil Gassy, I mean, I had him at a 0, but if his nickname is Lil Gassy, I'm putting that shit up to at least a 7, right? Next, we've got Landon Quinones taking on Lil Gassy, the Lone Wolf. There's been too many of these, whether it's in this language or Spanish. There's too many Lone Wolves. You're not so lone if everyone is nicknamed the Lone Wolf. Very run-of-the-mill. You get a 4.5, Landon Quinones. So Nazrat gets a 0, but Lil Gassy gets a 7, all right? That's right, random bags. Yeah, basically. Isn't it? It's just so weird. I don't know why I put that one back up there. Apparently I wanted to read that comment again. It is really odd how much he looks exactly like Kelvin Gastelum. It is very odd. Next fight. I mean, Jesus, speaking of people that look odd, Jamie Malaki. Look at this fucking guy. Jamie Malaki. I mean, how far back do one human being's eyes go into their skull before they're like touching the back of his head? This dude has a very he just has a very interesting bone structure. I know that's not his fault. I'm not ragging on him. He does. He is a natural sad boy for sure. I should have gotten a much bigger glass of water because I just spilled all of that all over my face. All over my face. There you go. You can clip that. Put it next to the pleasure man. Yeah, Jamie Malarkey, no nickname, no points. He does look incredibly sad. Maybe it's because his ear, I don't know. He does kind of look like Herman Munster. And that's so weird that you said that because I was actually talking about Herman Munster yesterday, Kristen. And I don't talk about the Munsters every day. Oh, this is an interesting question. I'd have to go back and look. We got to get our statisticians on this. Tommy, I don't know. This is an interesting question. I'd have to go back and look. He could be. What did I give him last time? Probably a 0 because he has no nickname. So coming back on the nickname show without a nickname twice, that's just bad luck, bro. That's a bad look. I'm going to have to start giving out negative points. 0 for Malarkey. John McDessie, the Bull. The Bull. Like, what are these nicknames, dude? What are these nicknames? Also, does McDessie make the nipple parlay? Does McDessie make the nipple parlay? That's my question. Because the Bull's not a good nickname. It's not. I gave him a 5, and that's probably me being generous. Does John McDessie make the nickname parlay? That is, or the nipple parlay. That is my question to you. He gets a 5. Next fight. We're cruising on this one, guys. I know there's football on, and I've got Monk and Lou's happy hour coming up in an hour and 47 minutes on the MMA Engine. Be sure to stick around for that. We will go through all 12 fights from a betting and DFS perspective. And I tell you what, spoiler alert, I don't know what I was trying to say. Spoiler alert, not a ton of bets this week from old Lou Bet Ya. Not a ton of great DraftKings plays from me either. What a sentence. He has wonky nips. Let's look again. He does have wonky nips. She's absolutely right. That's the perfect way to describe it. Kristen, you're on fire today. Wonky nips. He definitely fits for sure. Jack Jenkins, Far. Now, it could be half of one of my favorite hip hop groups of all time, The Far Side. But other than that, I really don't know what this means, but it is a nickname. Those nips are droopy. Who? Oh, you fucking got me with that one, dude. Oh, man. Droopy nips over there. Yeah. Jack, I don't even know what I was talking about. He gets a 5.5. I don't know what this means. I have no clue. Maybe Daz can help us out here with some Aussie or some New Zealand slang. I don't know what far means. PHAR. It is a fact. I mean, it's a fact. Not the best start for nipples this week. No, Tommy. It does leave a lot to be desired. Chepe, though. Chepe's got 2 nicknames. What's better than one nickname? 2 nicknames. Jose Mariscal, Chepe, Machine Gun Mariscal. Like I said with Cheeto, if you're walking around and people are calling you by your nickname, that's a good fucking nickname. And Chepe is right up there with Cheeto. Also, Machine Gun is fantastic. I love it. What did I give him? 7.75 for Chepe Machine Gun Mariscal. That's what happens when you have 2 nicknames and they're both fucking fantastic. So you get a 7.75. Yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't know. I tried to Google it last. Actually, no, Tommy. I'm pretty sure Jack Jenkins has also been on twice because I'm almost 100% positive I had this exact conversation last time. But I Googled it last time he was on the nickname show and nothing came up. Nothing came up at all. Yeah, his nickname is so fun to say. So much more fun. Mariscal. It's like Mario Batista. Chepe Mariscal. So fun. So much more fun. 7.75 for Chepe. Next fight, guys. We are cruising. We're going to get you right out of here and let you have a couple of drinks before the happy hour. Carlos Olberg taking on Da Un Jung. Guys, this is not a handsome contest. Thank goodness. or Carlos Ulberg would run away with this shit. I mean, look at the guy. Look at the hairline. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? Plus his nickname, top notch. Now, last week I said Jaguar, Panther. All that shit is played out. But this is not Jaguar. This is Black Jag. Black Jag. This is much different. I love it. I love the nickname. It fits him perfectly. I can't explain it. Carlos Black Jag Ulberg. Black Jack would be kind of cool too. Black Jag Ulberg. Yeah. What can we say? Oops, that's not what I meant. Kristen, I can't find your comment. Hold on. This thing right here. Let me just recopy the link. I do this every week, guys. I don't need to explain. The shit just stops working for me. Don't know why. Here we go. That's what I was trying to bring up. He is chiseled from our. I mean, some guys. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Just keep your significant other away from him, man or woman. Who knows? Who knows? He does. He does have to octagon sides and autos. This is a $12 fighter, guys. Okay. Seda. I read that like the Chia. Is that a 10 out of 10? Seda. I do like it, and I looked it up. It means one that is strong. In Korea, or to be strong. Oh, oh, Bat Dad coming through. What do you got for us, Matt? Far Lap was a New Zealand-born racehorse. So this dude's named after a horse? It's named after a horse? Huh. Had a humble beginning racehorse. So what, did he like grow up poor and didn't get to go to private horse school? Like what are we talking about? No, he is a horse guy. I hope so. Matt. I appreciate that, and now we know. So apparently it's a mythical horse. Not mythical. What's the word I'm looking for? Famous, infamous. You know what I'm saying. You can read it. And he became glue. If you don't calm down, we're gonna take a little trip to the glue factory. And you don't get to come with us. That was The Simpsons where the horse was acting like Dennis Rodman or something and dyeing his hair. So Homer threatened him with a trip to the glue factory. Yeah, simple, straightforward. Yeah, Seda, built like a jockey. Horses are neat. Oh, here we go. Partner to his anatomically larger than average heart. Guys, larger than average heart. A heart as big as... Okay, it makes sense. All right. I guess it's all right. I mean, we're not over here like, Derek Secretariat Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I guess if you're a horse guy, you're a horse guy. Thank you, Tommy. I do. I try my best. So Seda means to be strong. I don't mind that. It's decent. Nice, one or two, very short. What did I give him? 6.25. 6.25. I appreciate that, Matt, for real, because I had no idea. I didn't apparently scroll long enough. But there we go. And now we know the story. At least we have a meaning. As long as I have meaning, I like it much better. It's just when I have no idea what your nickname is, it drives me insane. So I really do appreciate that. That's true. But what about horses, Tommy? What about horses? Yeah, 6.25 for Da Eunjung. 8. Black Jag gets an 8. I definitely need more water. Black Jag gets an 8. It's just a good, solid nickname, guys. There's not any nicknames that really jump off the page this week except for Chuck Buffalo, but there are some really solid ones and some solidly bad ones as well. We've got 5 fights left. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Tyson Pedro has no nickname. He gets no points. I mean, the hairline, the beard, the tattoos, everything on point. He had a bit of a tummy ache last time, guys. That's why he lost to Bukauskas, all right? He's going to smash the Pleasure Man. Tyson Pedro gets no points. What can I say about the Pleasure Man? Honestly, you're going to want to watch the happy hour tonight because we're going to get into this there. But it seems like me and Kristen apparently are the only two people on the planet that think this is a fucking terrible nickname. The Pleasure Man. Awful. What are we doing here? This is fighting. Like, what kind of a nickname is this, dude? What kind of a nickname is this? Nothing about it makes sense. I can't stand it. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Unless you're Bill Murray at the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors and you like pain, I don't understand what the point is here. All right, yeah, you're right. Pedro, you get a 6. Pedro gets a fucking 6. The first time I've ever given points to someone that doesn't have a nickname. No, stop it. Stop it. See? Kristen knows. Kristen knows. I mean, maybe, but what my question is, the question is not why do we hate the nickname? The question is, why does everyone like this nickname? For a fighter. If you're a gigolo, if you're in the adult industry, then fine, I guess the Pleasure Man. It's a little bit too on the nose. It's not very clever at that point. But what is the reasoning for this? Now I know what far means. I can judge far whether it's a good or nickname or a bad one based on the story that Matt told us that he read about. What am I supposed to do with the Pleasure Man? This is trash. Yeah, it's just trash. It's bad. Is he supposed to, he's insinuating that he's going to pleasure Tyson Pedro. Now, I don't know much about Tyson Pedro, but I assume he doesn't consider losing a pleasurable experience. So what is Anton insinuating here? What is the implication, as Dennis would say? It is, and I can't, of course, bring up, I have to do this again, the comments, I need a new app, apparently. Twidget, believe it or not, is what it's called. Apparently just not working for me. Much like the Pleasure Man nickname, just not working for me. He does. He sounds like a man. This is a good way to put it. A man for hire. Yeah, not a handyman either. The Pleasure. Stop it. He can't do that. He probably wanted to, and someone in his camp was like, okay, this is probably not a good idea. The Pleasure Man was too far. Maybe he does, but I mean, the dude looks like a fucking... He looks like one of those Danish handball guys that Lou's always betting on. So I don't know what we're doing here. I've spent too much time on it already. I can't stand it. Like, and I know it's me against the world. I'm dying on this hill. I've picked the hill. No, even his nipples are average. What's special about his nipples? Nothing. Nothing. It's just a regular ass nipple on a regular ass Swedish titty. There's nothing special about that. Just like his nickname, just like everything else about him. Basic ass nipples, basic ass nickname. Anton TURKALJ strikes me as a man that tries too hard. Tries too hard. Stop it. No, it's not. No, dude. Calling this the best nickname is the worst take on the internet. Even thinking this is a good nickname is a terrible take. Exactly. Exactly. I am the world's foremost nickname capper. Until someone else has a show and wants to debate me, which if they do, I have no problem being on my phone. But, oh yeah, exactly. I mean, then he's getting an 11. He'll have the first, or she, first ever 11. But I'm pretty sure TURKALJ only has 2. Nothing special about that. This is just, it's not a good fighting nickname. It's just not. What are the ones that I've given the most points to? Probably like Don Giacomo. Who did I give? I gave Blackjack an 8. I gave Chuck Buffalo. Are you telling me? And we agree, Patrick, that Chuck Buffalo is the best nickname on this card. How does the Pleasure Man even compare? How is the Pleasure Man even in the same ballpark as Chuck Buffalo? So how is that even the same thing? We're not on the same scale here. Chuck Buffalo is an entirely different sport than the Pleasure. Like, what are we doing here? I'm so confused. I respect everyone's take. I honestly do. And it's not that deep. I'm just trying to have fun with it, to be honest. But how is Chuck Buffalo even in the same league as the It doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused by all of the love on the Pleasure Man this week for his nickname. I just don't get it. Kristen, it's me and you against the world. It's me and you against the world, I guess. Right. No, not that. This is right. If anything, it should make people want to punch him harder. This is true. Pleasure Man make... Now, see, you've gone too far. You have crossed the line. I'm this close to asking for an apology. No. I like your formula, though. It's along the lines of, what's the Dave Chappelle joke? Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumbel look like Malcolm X. So I like the setup. I like the setup a lot. Yeah, right? What's going on here? Oh, it's me and Kristen versus against the world. Guys, you got to watch the happy hour. We will go into this much more in depth, I'm sure. Because Lou is another pleasure man. He's, what do you guys call yourselves? The pleasurers? The pleasure bunch? The, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep it moving. Austin Lane, Justin TAFA. There we go. We're going to hit 30 minutes now for sure. This one won't take long. Austin Lane, no nickname, no points. I got nothing for you. And what is going on with the tattooing? I mean, it's all backward. I can't even read any of it. Not that I have to read it, but I just don't know what it says. Justin TAFA, a very basic nickname for sure. Bad man, but for some reason it kind of fits him a little bit. How does Justin TAFA fit in? No, you don't. No, you don't. Austin the Orc. This is good. I like the Orc. I like this one, actually. I'm sure he doesn't, but I do it. Austin, stay in your lane. Oh my God. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that. Justin TAFA, does he make the nipple parlay? Does Justin TAFA? Here's the real question. What are your guys' takes on nipples? We're gonna learn a lot here. If you don't think so, or if you do, we're gonna learn a lot. At least he has a nickname, Bad Man. It's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. Just a bit droopy. So not as bad as what's his name, but just a bit droopy. That is to be expected. Actually, I think his right one droops a little. And the left one kind of, we're almost wall-eyed here. We're almost wall-eyed a little worse. I'm not putting that on the screen, Tommy. I'm trying to imagine in what way it was worse. That's all. I gave Justin TAFA a 6.25 for Bad Man. It's clear, concise. It's to the point. Unfortunately, he's got like 3 losses or 2 losses or whatever. And just not the best. This podcast is off the rail, or this show's off the rails. I knew it would be once we got into Pleasure Man, though. There's no coming back from that. Puffy and Droopy. The Puffy's not bad. The Droopy, it's just one, though. It's just one. It's like Walleye a little bit. Did you ever see Hot Shots Part 2? Where the guy from 2.5 Men was Walleye? Yeah, that's an old reference. Next fight, Starboy Manel Cop taking on Felipe Dos Santos, Lipe Detona. That apparently means lip detonator, I guess. Even though his name is Felipe and Lipe's in there, I don't know if I believe that. But if you put that into Google, that is what comes up. So it's kind of awesome, to be honest. Not to be too descriptive. No, there's no such thing as too descriptive. A little supple. Quite supple, if you ask me. I'm with you there. Fucking blaster cases. What a joke, Tommy. We got to get in on that, bud. Yeah, I'm sure. Kids, if you're watching, stop immediately. Lipe Daytona. I don't know. This show's off the rails. We're gonna finish it up. We're gonna go quick. We're gonna get to the parlay, which I didn't even mention. Felipe gets a 7. Starboy. What does this mean? Unless somebody tells me what this means, he gets a 6. I mean, it's just like, it's okay. It's interesting. It's a nothing nickname. It's a nothing nickname for me. So he gets a 6. Lipe Daytona wins. He's the winner for me. Next fight, co-main event of the evening. He's a star, boy. Something like that. We've got Alexander Volkov taking on Tai Tuivasa. Bam Bam. What a fantastic... Actually, this might be... No, RADTKE and Blood Diamond was still the highest score. This is the second best nickname score for an entire fight on the card. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa is just so good. Oh, this would be good, Patrick. That would be good for sure. That would be awesome. Although, yeah, you could make it work. They are both so good, and I think you guys are going to be mad with how we end up here. Maybe not. Bam Bam's great. I mean, I saw the Bruce Buffer post. I don't know if it was his post, but every time he says Bam Bam and he hits him twice, that's just, it's so good. It's a very appropriate nickname. It fits him perfectly. It's alliterative. I gave him a 7.25. That's probably too low, but I gave him a 7.25. Meanwhile, Alexander Volkov, Drago. I mean, talk about names that are perfect and fitting and good for fighting. This is a good fighting nickname. You know why? Because there's a very famous movie with a guy that's fighting named Drago in it. Yes, thank you. Exactly. This is exactly what I'm referencing. Unlike the Pleasure Man, who is in this many Rocky movies. You know why? Because it's a bad nickname. It's a bad name, and it doesn't belong in the movies or in fighting. Joe Pfeiffer said a lot of things last week on a break that he thought no one was watching. Let's just say Joe Pfeiffer is a very interesting guy. He's a very interesting guy. He was questioning, should I even say it, Tommy? He was questioning why everyone can't say the N-word. Like everyone. He was questioning why everyone can't say the N-word. I'm not starting a discussion. I am. He's okay. Nope. All right, Tommy. No, we're gonna move on. It's just Joe Pfeiffer, interesting guy, and I don't necessarily mean that in a good way. Yes, he is. Yeah, Pleasure Man. Take note. Well, because he, much like Drago in the movie, is a gigantic blonde Russian who like fights people. So it is quite appropriate for this one. Fortunately for Volkov, he his logic was sound. He wants a reason to say it. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tommy. Oh man, killing it. Yeah, it's just a perfectly fitting nickname, and it's probably, other than Boris, that's probably all he was getting called every time he comes here is Drago. So, oh, you look like Ivan Drago. Like everyone is. It's like when you're the beer delivery guy in real life, and you go and you walk by every person, and they go, you can just put that in my trunk. Like, yeah, you're the 45th person I've heard say that in this hour. You're not clever, and it's not cool. But that's probably what happened with Drago. Oh, good question. This is a very interesting question. In Russia, Drago is hero. Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great nickname. I think, unlike the Pleasure Man, it's a fantastic fighting nickname, and it fits perfectly. 7.5 for Alexander Volkov, just edging out Tai Tuivasa by 1/4 of a point. Drago over Bam Bam. Next fight is our last fight, and then it's the parlay, guys. We'll get you out of here in under 37 minutes, okay? This one, I don't know. Israel Adesanya, the last Stylebender. Guys, what do you think about this nickname? Because it's a nothing nickname for me. Real said any of that move in the red. Yeah, exactly. Impossible. Yeah, exactly. This is a nothing nickname to me. The last Stylebender just really wow, Tommy, you did it. I am so proud of you, Tommy. Yeah, it's a nothing nickname for me. I gave him a 6.5. It's way too long. I think it's an anime reference. I have no idea. I'm just not an anime person. Dude, does Adesanya just get punked at every weigh-in? What happened? I have to go back and watch him. I've had an extremely busy day. Yeah, it does fucking suck. 6.5 is too high. It should be a 4. Yeah, same. No, I'll have to go back and watch it. Yeah, I don't get anime either. I mean, it's just not my thing. I'm sure it's awesome for those that like it, but it's not for me. It's a bad nickname. It's bad. I gave it a 6.5, and that's too high. It should be like a 4.5 or 5, to be honest. I assume it's a reference to Avatar. I honestly don't know. I don't know if there is an actual show called The Stylebender. I'm not really sure. Meanwhile, Sean Strickland, Tarzan. I mean, yet another very appropriate nickname. What do you think of? Yeah, I agree. 4.5 seems fair. Yeah, yeah. 6.5 is too high, too crazy, but it's not making the parlay anyway, so it is all good. Tarzan, a very appropriate nickname. I mean, what do you think of when you think of Tarzan? Like a dumb athletic guy who like grunts when he talks? That's Sean Strickland, except he is far more entertaining and not grunting when he talks. Man, he just has Izzy's number at every corner, does he not? Except for the actual fight. I'm sure we'll go the other way, but you never know. I gave Tarzan a 7.25 because it fits him so freaking perfectly. It fits him so perfectly. Yeah, the last air. Yeah, I can't keep all these. Last week it was the Last Ninja, and the last. There's been so many lasts recently. It's just it's kind of wild. Yeah, Tarzan, it's just good. It's just or it's not good, it's solid. 7.25. Guys, let's get you out of here. We've gone on long enough. I ragged on the pleasure man. You want to watch football, take a break before the happy hour. I totally get it. Here is the Unnamed Nickname Show 4-fighter parlay. Yeah, this is true. No, what is this? I think I've heard it, but I don't know what this is, Tommy. I am not sure. Hopefully it's something I could actually put on the screen. Here is the Unnamed Nickname Show 4-fighter parlay. Chuck Buffalo is taking home the nickname belt this week as he has the best score on the entire card. Chuck Buffalo, what did we have him at? I believe a 9. Let me check. Yes, he was at 9, so he leads the parlay. Pair him with Carlos Black Jag Olberg. It's so bad. So, well, Tommy, okay, you said it's something. He said it's bad. Yeah, the pleasure man. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I gave the pleasure man. This is just for you, Patrick. This is just for you. I didn't even tell you the grade on the pleasure man. I was talking so much shit. Negative 1.5. How do you like that? Negative 1.5 for the pleasure man. That's how much it makes me upset. That's how much it doesn't belong here. And that's how much he deserves to be on the parlay. Negative 1.5. I believe only the second negative score and the lowest official score ever given out on the Unnamed Nickname Show. Negative 1. Yes. Yep. Yes, he does, Matt. No, it does seem fair because he chose this. He did it to himself. He could have been like all the other scrubs and just said, oh, my name's Anton TURKALJ. I don't have a nickname. But no, he had to go the extra step and call himself the Pleasure Man. So guess what? I'm taking the extra step to give him a negative fucking score because it's that bad. Negative 1.5. Go fuck yourself, Anton TURKALJ. I'm against the wall, man. I have nowhere to go but attack mode. That's all I am. That's all it is right now. Minus 124. Minus 124 for Black Jag and Chuck Buffalo. Add to that Chepe Mariscal. Chepe Machine Gun Mariscal. The man with 2 nicknames, and you get a plus 387. Add to that Drago. Plus 581, Alexander Volkov coming in at the end with the 4th highest nickname score on the card, and it's because they have no they don't have his picture up, Matt. They don't have his picture up, so I just had to use the created character, and then I found a PNG of his head, and so I very lazily put it on top about 3 seconds before I went live on this show. So there you go. That's why his body is blacked out. Yeah, there's the Unnamed Nickname Show parlay. The Pleasure Man gets a negative score and the lowest official score ever through 15 episodes of the Unnamed Nickname Show. You know how bad your nickname has to be to have the lowest score ever? No, I don't believe so. If he does, I'm taking Chuck Buffalo off the parlay. Oh, man, as long as he's not Andrea Lee's ex-boyfriend, then I guess we're okay. So, guys, that is going to do it. Please hit the like, hit the sub on this channel. Go watch your football game. But be sure, when the football game is over, happy hour is live. Monk and Lou's happy hour, 11 p.m. Central, 12 a.m. Eastern, only on the MMA Engine. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me while I talk shit about the Pleasure Man. Wait, who? Fear the doesn't outscore. Wait, unless you're talking about the Pleasure Man, then yeah, Fear the is way better than the Pleasure Man. Thank you, Kristen, as usual. And as usual, I want all of you to enjoy the fights. So enjoy, and we will see you in the next one.